After the 0-0 draw at the City ground, there's been a lot of strong reaction from Arsenal fans in regards to this result. So let's get into it. Yeah, so in terms of the vibe, obviously it feels like drop points. And I think this thing of Declan Rice, what he said at the end of the full time, is encapsulating a bit of a vibe that is felt by the fact that we've gone back-to-back nil-nil draws for the first time in years in this Arsenal team. Because it comes at a point where yet again City drop points in really emphatic fashion. That 2-0 defeat to United at Old Trafford really gave us a window of opportunity to extend our lead at the top of the table. 9 points is a very nice sounding figure when you hear it. Instead, it's 7 points, and I get the frustration. We could have extended that lead. But there's other frustrations that I have more so about that performance, and I don't know where it's coming from. Because for me, it's a frustration of seeing certain patterns that we fall into at certain times. And what I mean by that is we go into this conservative way of playing. It's almost like we're playing with our food. We don't want to finish off the opponent. We're literally flirting with the idea of putting them to the sword. Some will point to the manager and say it's him. Yeah, I do think there is an element of that, but I feel like that it's more so the players, and I'll tell you why. I think James McNicholas summed it up perfectly. I think Arteta recognised within the hour mark that he had got the lineup wrong in terms of the front three. The only one I would disagree with is Madueke. I feel like he should have stayed, and I thought he was doing a lot more on that right-hand side than any other attacker on the pitch, particularly in the first half. What Nicholas was saying was that he recognised that something was wrong and obviously changed it up. You don't make four changes. When have we seen Arteta make four changes like that? He obviously understood that he got it wrong in terms of the starting 11 and tried to address it. That's what makes me think it's sometimes the players kind of going into their shells a little bit when we see these performances where, yeah, sure, we're dominating possession, but are we actually doing anything substantial with it? Now, I don't think it's time to panic. At the end of the day, we're getting deeper into competitions and we're sitting at the top of the table with a decent enough cushion. So we're in a good space. But this team does need to buck up its ideas in terms of how we're performing, particularly when it comes towards the running. This team needs to believe in itself more, take those risks and make them pay off. And that is where we're going to see the difference in terms of what we've seen in previous seasons to potentially picking up that title at the end of this season. But look, these are just my thoughts on the state of affairs at Arsenal. Football is nothing but opinions, and I want to know what yours are right there in the comments.